Hey guys, Angel here on this Saturday eve of 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. I had let you guys know I was going to go live earlier today. Took a little bit longer than I expected. The day kind of got away from me, but here I am. I'm going to give it a few seconds to let people come on and just see what's going on with everyone, figuring out some new things here with the way Facebook is doing these lives, but good to go. So as I said, welcome everyone. I wanted to give you guys a health update, and then also the really interesting cool thing that's been happening with my journey to figure out a better me is I've been talking to Reiki masters. I've talked to people with mindfulness, and just have started doing some new things to kind of make myself feel better. And overall, health wise, I'm doing okay. Nothing real major to report, good or bad. I unfortunately the past couple of days have been having some anxiety attacks late at night, and I think that's just stemming from the time off of work and the enormity of work starting back up on Monday, and just me still trying to figure everything out. So anxiety's back a little bit, and my tinnitus. I'll ask again, any of you guys out there, if you see this and you have had tinnitus, please, if you have any help, I would really appreciate it. It has gotten to the point now that I have had tinnitus for almost 2 years. And yes, I've gone to the doctors a couple times. They've said, oh, ear infection, here's your medication, it'll go away. It's gone away maybe once for like 3 months, and it's right back. One ear, it's driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to go see the ENT. I just can't keep living with the tinnitus like this. But please, any of you guys, if you have any recommendations, any type of cures or remedies. I know there's some yoga poses that you can do to help with the tinnitus. Definitely would appreciate leaving me a comment. Anything, message me. If you're here, you're joining, you're here to hear about my shamanic journey, give me a little smiley face or heart. Let me know that you're watching, and I definitely appreciate everything that you guys have been doing. So let's get right into the journey. For those of you who are unaware, and I'm going to completely be 100% honest with you, I've never done this before. I'm new to this type of thing. I've been very interested in having Reiki done for a long time now. Yoga, been doing a lot of that, just trying to cleanse myself and get back to the roots and things like that. And before I go kind of into the journey, to let you guys know, I've mentioned it before that I feel that I am an empath. I am very, I feel a lot of things all the time. I think I have a lot of, I pick up on people's emotions, and it does take a toll on me to a point. But a quick story I want to tell you that is kind of important to my whole journey, and just lately has really come to mind, is when I was about maybe 7 or 8 years old. I lived in Baltimore City. I was raised Catholic. I went to St. Anthony's Church on Frankfort Avenue. Those of you who follow me, who we went to elementary school, know what I'm talking about. And those of you who went to that church as well will know. Very religious at that time with my mom. We would go to Mass every Sunday. I was going to CCD on Tuesday nights, just very much into the religion. And I had a priest, Father Larry, who was a young priest and very, very much good with the kids. Like, he loved the kids. He always brought us up to the altar. He would really take time to, work with us. I'd always wanted to be like the first female altar girl, very much religious with that aspect. And Father Larry really, him and I really kind of, I guess, vibed, we would say, and it really hit it off. Obviously, I was only 8 or 10 years old, but I loved going to church just to see him. And one thing that he was known for, and you can look this up too, Father Larry Giesy, Gesy. He has since passed away, but he started the first healing ministry in Baltimore. At young age, he started the healing ministries with other priests, and every couple of weeks he would have a healing mass at St. Anthony's in the evenings, where he would bring all the congregation in together and would pray with them. Each individual person would walk up to the altar. He would pray over them. At times people would fall out, and that kind of thing. And you kind of, you think about the priests that do that's very fantasized and, people shaking and all that, but it wasn't like that. It was just 100% prayer, healing, and just a really good emotional thing to do. And I remember my mother taking me to one of these healing masses. And as a young girl, I had some issues, and she said, well, maybe, you can get healed. We'll take you to Father Larry. He'll pray over you. And I remember going up to Father Larry, and he prayed over me, and I felt, everything, kind of got warm, and I could just feel something happening. Now, remember, I'm only 8 years old, so very impressionable. And at that time, Father Larry stopped, and he looked at me, and he said, Angel, I want you to stay up here with me for the rest of the prayer service, and I want you to pray with me over all of these other people. And at 8 years old, I was like, oh, cool. I can do that. And I literally sat there with him. Now, there's plenty of other kids there. There's plenty of other people he could have called up. But at 8 years old, he chose me to pray over these people. And at that time, I didn't think, anything of it. And I went to a couple other healing masses with him over the next couple of months. And then he moved into a new congregation. And then we all just kind of, life went on. As I got older, I kept track of him. He went on to work with a nun, and they actually performed a miracle. And he went to Rome and met the Pope, and just a really great guy, really great spiritual guy in the Baltimore area. So definitely look him up. He wrote a couple books. Awesome priest. So I tell you that to, it kind of brought me back. That kind of lost my way on the religious side. I am still religious, but not fanatical, and I don't go to church all the time, but I still believe in God. But I also believe in the spiritual side. And just recently, when I've been having those walks and, walks with myself and thinking about, am I a healer of some sort? Or should I be, looking with my healing stones and working with other people? All of a sudden, it just kind of clicked. I'm like, hey, when I was a young girl, Father Larry saw something in me to bring me up and to have me pray with the congregation of healing. And now I have some kind of spiritual feeling in myself. Maybe this is something, and maybe I should take this journey to do something for other people and obviously heal myself. So full circle, I said, okay, I really need to look into this. I need to start doing more research. I need to start understanding what's out there. I've talked to a few Reiki masters. Thank you guys for letting me know about people that do this and just kind of getting the vibes from them. I've had some feedback from them saying, hey, yes, it seems like you have healing powers. You just need to work on yourself, which I know that. And a couple of my friends said the same thing, that they're doing the same kind of journey. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I want to, look into that. And the first thing I really wanted to do was to have a full-on Reiki session to help heal myself and cleanse myself and make myself better for the journey that's ahead of me. When I talked to a couple of Reiki masters, their thoughts were, yes, we can do Reiki on you. Absolutely, we can work on that. But a couple of people actually said to me, hey, there's a lot of unanswered questions that you have about this journey or about your health, 100% questions, about my career. Where am I going to go? Am I going to, maybe completely jump ship and go completely 100% entrepreneurship and do this healing? Or, is there a hybrid? So had a lot of questions. And of course, with COVID, and 2021, how's that going to look? So I had posted on here before that I've been working with a woman named Erin. She's at Reiki Wish, which is in Towson, and I really felt a connection with her. I've been going to her yoga classes. We've talked a couple times, and she said, "Hey, I want to do a shamanic journey with you, where hour and a half, I kind of she gets into her shamanic. I don't know exactly what it all is because I haven't learned all about it, but she's actually able to speak to a spirit from the upper world and have that spirit channel through me and answer questions." So I said, okay, hey, I'm up for it. I'm completely open. Like I said, being spiritual, I have no problem with that. And I have questions and any kind of answers I can get, metaphorically, as that's where those answers come from. I'm open to that too. So I set that up, and on Thursday, yes, it was Thursday. On Thursday, we actually set it up. So as you can see, I'm in the Zen Den. I figured it would be appropriate to do the live from here when I talk about this, so that you guys can feel that this is actually the room that I was in when we had the call. So it was an hour and a half. She called me first, and I'm not going to go, I can't remember everything that we talked about, but I just want to kind of highlight on a couple things to let you guys know how it transpires, if this is something you may be interested in, and kind of also give you some of the feedback that I had received and what that meant to me and how I'm going to act on it. So we spoke probably for about 10 minutes at the beginning. She asked me some questions that I wanted to ask the spirit, and I asked questions regarding my career, regarding stability, and what, how 2021 is going to pan out for me. And I asked some health related questions, and then I think those were the main top 3 things that we tried to focus on. And obviously we only had like an hour once we went through that. And so she's like, okay. She decided to, when she does them in person, she will play drums and channel into the upper world to speak to the spirits. But this time she just had me lay completely still, had my headphones on so I wouldn't have any distractions. And she also channeled the spirit to me as well. And she was giving me a little bit of Reiki while this was happening so that it would like calm my body. And I felt extremely calm. And I just laid there probably for about 5 or 10 minutes while she was reaching out to the spirit and, just kind of starting the whole journey. Sorry about that. So 5 or 10 minutes into it, she let me know that she had reached the spirit, the one that was there to actually work and help me. It was a Native American female, and she was able to channel with me at that time. And then she started asking the questions. And she prefaced everything from the beginning that obviously this has to resonate with the person. If it doesn't resonate or if it doesn't feel good, then just discard it. It's not, she can't tell the future. She's not a mind reader or things like that. This is just what information she is getting from the upper world and the spirit that she is working with. So she was able to, give me 4 different paths of my career and explain them in a way that I would take from my own information and then kind of decide what that meant. And I'm not going to go into particulars because this was my journey, but just to kind of give you an idea, one of the paths she said was a bunch of broken twigs. One of the paths was a lot of light and happiness. So based on those metaphors, I was able to discern, which path that the spirit sees that I should take. So that was helpful with my career and, my decisions. The health one, which obviously we know is so important to me, when she came back with the health. Now, I did let her know that I do have Lyme disease and Hashimoto's. But I thought it was interesting that even with that information, the thing that she came back with, that the spirit noticed, was that my spine was really, really weak. And I have huge back problems, neck problems. You guys saw me. When I was younger, I had an infection in my sciatic nerve. So, nope, I did not give this information to her at all. So when Spirit came back and said, I need to work on strengthening my spine, that was kind of like an aha moment to me, like, oh, okay, that makes complete sense. Hello, a lot of my other issues could be stemming from my spine, nerves being pushed on. The tinnitus, who knows? The tinnitus could be from, TMJ, from a nerve. I don't know. But Spirit said for me to work on my spine. And every time I feel anything, stress, anxiety, to go drink a glass of water. So that's one thing I'm going to start adding into my daily routine. So that was interesting. She didn't go into too much other detail. One thing she did say, and I'll kind of be a little open with this because I've been open with you guys with Kenya passing away. And because Kenya had heart issues, I've been having heart palpitations, like ridiculously every day, every night. It's been bad. Went to the cardiologist, nothing's wrong. It's just been an ongoing thing. Stress, anxiety, whatever. And I did ask the spirit about that. And the spirit said that there's nothing physical, from this, that she could not see anything physically wrong with my heart, but emotionally, I have scars on my heart that I need to work on, which I'm sure, hey, all of us probably have scars on our heart, and, take that with a grain of salt. But it was comforting for me to know that a lot of my heart issues may not be anything physical, more emotional and mental, and to work on that. And she sent a lot of healing through to me, and basically telling me there's a lot of stuff that I have to let go of that's causing this, and a lot of it is emotional, very much emotional baggage, which makes sense. When you start to let go of emotional things, the stress goes, and you start to feel better in that way. So I'm going to be working on that. Trying to think of what else we talked about. Another thing she had said that was interesting to me, because we did talk about me, coming on here talking to you guys about Lyme disease and having my Live Well Wednesdays and just helping to heal things. She said that the spirit told me to write down everything that's physically wrong with me. Ironically, literally about maybe 2 months ago, I actually did that, because I had a checkup with a new doctor, and I listed everything that is wrong with me. And she said, the spirit said, well, where is that list? And I'm like, it's in my bedroom. And her thing was to take the list, to cut up each piece and each thing that's wrong with me, and to burn them. Burn every single one. And as you burn them, basically let it go. Because yes, I have these aches and pains, and I have these problems, and I have these, all this is going on, and I can list them ad nauseum, but I have to take each one, understand it, and then deal with it. And what she meant by that was not to ignore it or not to think it's not there, but to personally understand what's happening, and also to use that information and how I deal with it to teach people about it. So pretty much what I was doing before, but not to dwell on it possibly as much as I have been, not letting it be a crutch for me. And honestly, I have Hashimoto's, with my issues of not having any energy. I've really let that be a crutch for not exercising and not doing anything, because I don't have energy. But I have to push through that, and I have to look at that as, just something I have to do. And when I do something that makes me feel good and heals me in any way, that I should share it with you guys and, you know, whomever it winds up being. So that's why I felt also, you know, definitely propelled to come on here and talk to you guys about this journey, because overall the journey has helped me put some things into perspective and to start healing myself. And honestly, just doing it, like I said to you guys before, just talking about your problems, just having anything done is better than doing nothing. So I'm trying to think of what else. A couple of you guys that are still on here, if you have any questions, you know, definitely shoot them in the chat. I definitely appreciate it. I'm trying to think what else she said from the journey. She said that there was really no need for me to have any Reiki done because I have a lot of internal work that I have to do on myself. So with the healing of my heart and the fears I have, kind of getting over that. And also, she did say, she does see that I'm very guarded and I don't take chances, and I'm very concerned about the outcomes of things. And that's always been me. But if I go back into my 20s, and I think that's where she said something happened, and I'm still working out to what that was, that I became guarded and I didn't want to take chances, and I lost the fearless girl that I used to be, and I need to find her. And in order to find her, I have to do something new, scary, no matter what the consequences are, that I have wanted to do, you know, every week or every 2 weeks, no matter what, and just do it. So I'm going to be working on that. So I tell you guys all this to, you know, let you know, hey, if this is something you're interested in, I do recommend doing the Shamanic Journey. Any information, like I said, will be good information to get from you. You know, find someone, a Reiki master, whomever can help that you vibe with, that you feel comfortable talking to. And I was interviewing, I talked to a couple of people. Some people were great and were like, hey, I can't do this for you, or, you know, we recommend this person. So don't just jump and just pick the first person you see. Actually, you know, interview them, and they'll be totally open to talking to you. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. So she told me to do that. So I'm still working on, you know, what that looks like for the new year. And I think it all together makes sense because I want to make changes. I want to do more for, do more healing. And here I am now thinking, okay, I had a priest really believe on me at a young age that I had something, whatever that healing power is. And now at an older age, it's coming full circle where I'm actually starting to believe it and feel that I can be a healer. Now, it may not be a physical healer. It could just literally be a communications healer, like just talking to people, just, you know, putting people in touch with other people. That could be what my journey is. Like I had told you guys before, I'm in communications, I'm in marketing. I know what I'm doing. I'm good at that. But maybe I'm supposed to be doing that on another level as well. So I'm going to start exploring that in the upcoming year. We closed out the journey. She sent some more Reiki to me. And at the end of the journey, I got ice cold. Not sure why. I mean, I could say it could be a lot of stuff leaving my body. I could say it was because I'm always cold and my thyroid was doing something strange. Or, you know, it could actually have been the spirit, you know, leaving my body and, you know, cleansing my soul and cleansing what needed to be cleansed. And Erin at the end said, so how do you feel? And I did tell her I felt cold, and I did feel like a bit of a weight was lifted off of me. So all in all, like I said, I do recommend it if this is something that you believe in. If you don't believe in it, obviously don't waste your time to do something like this. But I do recommend it. If you have any other questions, absolutely reach out to me. Ask me anything about it. I can put you in touch with Erin. I am planning on doing her yoga class that she does every Wednesday from 12 to 1. I've done it now 3 weeks in a row, and it's been awesome. It's not crazy yoga. It's very small. She does some breathing techniques, some Kundalini, And the last time, we had mudras set, we were doing our different hand mudras and things like that, just learning those pieces, which I thought was great because she's teaching me different things as well. So all in all, it was a good journey, and I'm happy that I took it. I'm happy that I have some information to share with you guys and answer any questions that you may have, and made a new friend during this whole thing. So that's kind of what happened this past week. I came on to let you guys know also that Live Well Wednesday is full in January. I have messaged that before. I think I have one more person I'm going to pop in that I just spoke to today, and then we'll jump into February and March and see how that goes. But definitely keeping that moving. I appreciate everybody who has stuck with me through this, and to kind of get an update. I'll probably post this a couple times because I want other people to see it, and feel free to share it with anybody that you think could benefit from it, and we will definitely link back up again, and I'll tell you about more things I'm doing to promote myself and my health. And thank you guys for giving me some messages. I will definitely look into what is that? I think Melissa said the medicine Buddha. So that's very interesting. I will definitely take a look at that. But appreciate you guys so much. Happy New Year again. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. It was a nice warm day here. I know the cold is coming again. But if I don't talk to you all, I will see you again Wednesday evening for Live Well Wednesday. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks for listening. Bye.